Most of us use some form of social media on a daily basis. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all right at the click of a button on our phones. An article on the website searchengine.com states that eMarketer predicts that there will be a massive 1.43 billion social network users in 2012, representing a 19.2% increase over 2011 figures. Teachers are no exception. They too are among the millions of people who communicate and stay informed about others through social media. And we all know that children and teens are constantly on their computers or phones, checking their Facebook to see what their friends are doing. So what happens when a teacher and a student begin to communicate through social media? Is it appropriate? Some might argue that it is okay, and others might say there is nothing wrong with it. However, some people might say there is no need for teachers and students to communicate or become too involved with each other outside of the school through social media. I agree with these people. There should not be teacher-student communication through social media anytime outside of a monitored school building. Therefore, due to the widespread use of social media, laws should be passed to govern its use among teachers and students. These laws would be helpful in protecting both teachers and students and would reduce any confusion about what is and is not appropriate use of social media among teachers and students. There are two main reasons why these laws should be passed. I will talk about the most important reason first, the safety of our students. The number one reason that there should be laws governing the use of social media involving teachers and students is for the safety of our children. Of course, we all worry about our kids. Parents are afraid to trust anyone these days, even a school teacher. With all of the horrible stuff we hear about on the news happening to kids, there should not even be a question as to why there should be social media laws. One scary statistic found in an article written by Eamon O'Donovan titled "Social Media Guidelines for School Administrators" states that from January to November 2011, the New York City Department of Education recorded 69 cases of inappropriate teacher-student behavior, much of it initiated via social media. Another prime example of what might happen without social media laws is a case in Bullock County, Georgia, where according to Patrick Johnson, author of Will Missouri Facebook Laws Spook Teachers Away from Social Media, an 8th grade teacher was arrested for having sex with a 14-year-old student whom the teacher allegedly contacted via social media sites. These two cases alone should serve as proof enough as to why there should be social media laws. Teachers should be monitored regularly and should not be allowed to communicate with any of their students through social media outside of the school. It is up to us to protect our children, and advocating for these types of laws is a step in the right direction. The second reason that we must make sure these types of laws are passed is for the safety of our teachers. Our teachers have been given a wonderful teaching tool, social media. Teachers can utilize it in the classroom in many ways, and they should be able to, as long as it is beneficial to the education of our children. But it would be in their best interest if there were laws and guidelines in place about the use of social media in the classroom and in their personal lives. According to teachers and social networking sites, Think Before You Post, found in Public Space, the Journal of Law and Social Justice, teachers face the risk of professional misconduct and possible dismissal for posting inappropriate information, including comments and pictures on these websites. Teachers need to be aware that there can be consequences for what they are posting on their personal social networking accounts. Because it is unclear about what a teacher is allowed to do or say through social media, some teachers are opting to not use it at all for fear of losing their job. This is too bad considering the advantages that these types of teaching tools give our children. The article, Guidelines for a Changing World, in the Journal of School Public Relations reads, schools are at a crossroad, as they are being pushed to incorporate more and more technology into the classroom, but at the same time they often lack the necessary policies that outline acceptable use of social networking opportunities. If laws and guidelines were in place, then teachers would be able to better understand that they can and cannot do when it comes to using social media. They could continue to incorporate social media into their classrooms comfortably without the worry of getting into trouble. I could stand here all day and give you many examples as to why there should be social media laws and guidelines for school teachers to follow. However, I think we all know the importance of the laws and guidelines concerning teachers and students using social media. The main reason is to protect our innocent children. Let's not make it easier for vulnerable children to be preyed upon by adults with bad motives. We need to take responsibility and make sure we are in control of what is going on in our children's classrooms and in their schools. Let's not forget about the teachers who are at risk as well. One story that has gained a lot of attention in the media is the story of Ashley Payne. According to the article, former teacher sues for being fired for Facebook pics found on WSBTV.com. She claimed her principal said because her profile page had pictures of her with beer mugs and glasses of wine from when she went on vacation in Europe, she had to go. This is the picture that Ashley Payne posted on her Facebook that lost her job. That does not look extremely inappropriate to me. It is not fair for them to have to worry about whether or not what they do through social media is going to get them fired or arrested. Specific laws and guidelines regarding social media use would help everyone involved better understand their limits and therefore would help everyone feel safer. Let's do our teachers and students a favor and save them the trouble of wondering about if what they are posting and who they are communicating with online is going to cause them trouble. Let's make sure we get the necessary laws passed in order to protect everyone involved.